Hey guys, what's going on? It's Salvage here, and today we're going to be talking about The Flash and basically explaining the ending. I just got done watching it. I'm not going to lie. If you want my mini review real quick, no spoilers, it was kind of dog shit. I'm not going to lie. Like, the last 30 minutes felt like a legit fever dream, and I was like feeling like I was about to wake up and feel like it was all just a giant nightmare, but it wasn't. It was legitimately real, and I was watching it. So if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing, and leave a like as well. Let's try to get 50 likes. You guys are amazing with the support on the videos. I'm going to be posting all summer, so go ahead and hit that like button. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that we get is, of course, the first ending, like where we have the whole Zod battle, which is essentially the very end. We have Kara and Michael Keaton's Batman both dying. They both die multiple times, and that's a set point and event in that timeline. They are supposed to die. Zod's supposed to fucking generate the world engine and basically create a new Krypton. That is the end of that universe that Barry basically created from stopping his mother from being, of course, unalived. And that is a very interesting concept. It's just like the Flashpoint. It's very comic accurate. I like that. When they start going into, of course, the Speed Force with past Barry and present Barry, of course, with past Barry going back and trying to save Kara as much as possible, he starts to go insane, and then the future Barry comes out, and turns out that he's evil, and then he tries to kill the present Barry, and then the past Barry stops him from killing the present Barry, which kills the future Barry. So the Dark Flash and the other Flash that was going to become the Dark Flash both die, and that's the end of that, basically. When they were showing the whole multiverse thing too, like with Christopher Reeves and George Reeves and fucking Nicolas Cage as Superman, bro, I was rolling my eyes. I just cannot believe that they actually did that. They have so many other actors. Literally the Tyler guy from CW. They have Brandon fucking Ralph right there, bro. They have Grant Gustin if they wanted to show any Flash. They have so many other. Instead, they use Adam West and they use Christopher Reeves and the Supergirl and an obscure fucking Superman movie that never even got made, that probably only like at least 20,000 people know about. I would at least say 20,000 people, maybe a little bit more. If I'm being generous, the YouTube trailer for Superman Lives or whatever the Kevin Smith movie was that basically told us the documentary of Nicolas Cage's Superman, like, I'm just so flabbergasted. Why? Fucking Jesus. So Barry goes back. He stops himself from saving his mother, not in the like Flashpoint where he literally stops himself from going back in time, but he just pulls the tomato can out, puts it in his pocket, says goodbye to his mom, and then of course he goes and puts the tomato can back, and then that solidifies his mom being dead. Now when he actually looks at the tomato cans, he realizes that he could just put them all on the top shelf, and he makes his dad innocent, which is a genius idea. I love that idea. That whole last scene was really, really good with his mom and his dad. Past that and before that, absolute dog shit, but those moments with his parents and Barry being very personal, so good. I was actually very pleased with what they did with his character and, of course, his mom and his dad, and just that whole, dynamic as well. They did a really good job in that. So after, of course, Barry frees his dad, this goes on to have a scene outside the courtroom where we see George Clooney pull up, and now he's the new Batman somehow. I'm just so confused about this whole multiverse shit, because they're saying if you go back in time and you stop things, and it's now it's all like multiverse shit, so things are getting converged, basically, is what they're trying to say in the multiverse thing. But like, Barry didn't do anything else wrong besides say goodbye to his mom, so I guess that made Ben Affleck's Batman George Clooney. I don't even fucking know, dude. Like this, it's so confusing that we don't even know if Batman 1989 is really canon, right? We don't even really know if the fucking Batman and Robin movie is canon with George Clooney. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, aren't George Clooney's movies and like Joel Schumacher's movies just continuations of Batman 1989 anyway? So technically, aren't they the same fucking... I don't even know. It's so beyond confusing that if you start questioning it, it starts to fucking give you a stroke. So don't even think about it. George Clooney's somehow the new Batman. It makes zero sense, but I get it. I get why they did it. Just for fan service. They did it for nostalgia. Whatever, for a fucking headline, I guess. I don't really know. There's no explanation for that. I can't give you a solid explanation because there's none. The only explanation is that Barry put the cans on top and saved his dad, and now that somehow broke the timeline so bad that George Clooney, that Jeffrey D. Morgan, and Lauren Cohan are poofed out of existence. And now they're replaced with, well, I don't even think we actually see George Clooney's mom and dad in any of his movies or the Batman and Robin movie. So technically, we don't know who the fuck replaced those characters. But it doesn't matter. George Clooney is somehow the new Batman in this universe. And I bet if they made a second movie, which apparently is in talks right now, if they make a second movie, bro, they're going to have a movie based around getting Ben Affleck back as Batman. And it's just going to be that. I guarantee you. It's going to be goofy as shit. And I would hate every second of it. So the third and final thing that happens is, of course, the final post-credit scene where Flash and Aquaman are drinking. Aquaman does not look like he's in a good spot. Probably been one too many nights with Amber Heard. And obviously, of course, they're talking about the multiverse, stuff like that, and how Aquaman just never changes in any universe. He's just the same, which I think explains why he doesn't look any different in Aquaman 2. But they could use as an explanation to recast Amber Heard and all those other characters that don't fucking matter. So overall, I'm just going to say it right here and now. This movie sucks, right? Like, overall, they use nostalgia in such a garbage way. They introduced Supergirl for, you know, a few scenes. She's badass for a minute, but then she gets stabbed and dies, bro. She gets stabbed and dies. What the fuck? I thought she was tougher than that. She's getting punched into fucking helicopters, and she gets stabbed and dies from a Kryptonian spear. Stop it. Stop it. It's goofy. And if you like goof, if you like camp, if you like stuff like that, go ahead and go watch this movie. If you don't, and I don't even know if I can call it camp, there's some moments that are good and funny, but overall it's just so, there's something off, you know? It just feels off, and it's just not my cup of tea. If I'm gonna be honest, not my cup of tea.
Are you British?
Yeah.
Are you British?
I am.
Let me give you a British answer. It was my cup of tea.
All right. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to my explanation, my ramblings, and my rants about this godforsaken movie. I'll never talk about this ever again, I promise. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.